Now, that victory ceremony for Grete Waitz of Norway, the first world champion in these inaugural championship. 41 gold medals to be presented. The first goes to Norway and to Grete Waitz, and no one will deny that it couldn't have gone to a more deserving person. There's not a dry eye in the house as the Norwegian flag is hoisted. Watching herself on the giant scoreboard. Marianne Dickerson of the United States in second place. Raisa Smeknova of the Soviet Union third. And Rosa Mota of Portugal, the European champion, not on the podium. She finished fourth. First victory ceremony in these first ever World Championships. The first lady of marathon running. Now, what about the walkers? Well, we've got the best of the Soviet Union walkers. We've got in this leading group, I can see Canto of Mexico City. Pribilinic wears 769. Marin of Spain, the little man there, wearing 194. There's Pribilinic. 555 is Ernest Canto. 822, Evie Sukov of the Soviet Union. Now, are they maintaining unbroken contact with the ground? They're getting around that corner pretty fast as these four break away. Evie Sukov of the Soviet Union leads from Canto of Mexico. Pribilinic of Czechoslovakia. Then Jose Marin of Spain. There they are. There's the first four. And it looks as though that's going to be a very tight struggle over 20 kilometers. We move now to the shot put, and for the first time in a major competition, the shot put is in the center of the arena. That's where it stands at the moment. Matura of Czechoslovakia, Andrea of Italy, Bayer not doing so well, and here's the new youngster from the German Democratic Republic. This is Timmermann. Tall, young giant who's only once before ever beaten Bayer. But I think he's going to be the next breed of great shot putters. Timmermann concentrating. That 16-pound shot nestling into his chin. That support round his waist. And the knee bandage is on. They tend to struggle a bit, and that's a thumping big arm that pushes that shot out over 20 meters. And the rest of them prowling in the background. Pressing for the lead. Yes, he says. Goes over it. There's the Olympic champion, Bayer, whose sister is a marvelous discus thrower. And now David Laut, strong man of the American team, 6'4", Californian, who spins around the circle rather than glides across it. And it comes off the outside of his fingers, and that's gone outside the sector. That was 20.5 meters, but it's a red flag. Oh, it's just inside, but it's not enough. And here's a man capable of 22 meters, and he's not putting very well. Magnificently muscled, tremendously strong and fast. A fine athlete, looks as though he could make a great deck athlete as well as a shot putter. Not one of the big whales of shot putting, but an athletic shot putter. David Laut of the United States of America. "20 meters and 60 centimeters. And here's the young find of the season. This is Sarul of Poland, and 6'4.5", statuesque young man, back to traditional style of gliding across that 7-foot circle, using his feet well against the stopboard, extending the arm and getting the shot out. We're 21 meters to take the lead, And that surprised the East Germans and the Americans. There's a look of quiet satisfaction on his face. My word, he's done well. He's been creeping up all this season. Finished 9th in the last European Championships. That's how much he's improved in 1 year. And watching the scoreboard carefully to see that he can confirm that he's in the lead. 632, the one showing it's the first round. And now what? 21 meters and 4 centimeters. Well, the British flags are up there, but there's not much to cheer for the shot putters. After 3 rounds, it's Sarul of Poland from David Lount, from Timmerman, from Maturia, and Udo Bayer nowhere. Now we're out onto the course again, and 5.55 Ernesto Canto of Mexico with 7.69 Josef Pribilinic of Czechoslovakia. Now that's interesting because Canto at 5 feet 7 and 9.5 stone was the winner of the 1981 Lugano Cup. And Pribilinic, he leads the world rankings for this year, and he's beaten Jose Marin. I say that because Marin is the reigning European champion. It's the Czechoslovakian that leads the world rankings, and these two getting away, and they are two of the most experienced men in the field. And Evy Sukov of the Soviet Union is falling back, and it's going to be this man that comes into the stadium first and gets a tremendous cheer, Ernesto Canto, who lives in high altitude in Mexico City at 7,000 feet, which he says gives him extra strong lungs, and of course he's right, and already the second man is in the stadium, and it's the Czech, Josef Pribilinic. Very close indeed, and suddenly they're pouring through the tunnel, and this is going to be one of the closest finishes in modern times for a 20-kilometer walk. 3, 4 are in the stadium. Ev Sukov of the Soviet Union, Jose Marin of Spain, the European champion, is in. But Ernesto Canto of Mexico, walking with great style. There's the straight leg that he pivots over before the heel is on the ground again. But looking over the far side as we sit, there are many walkers in the stadium. It's a very close finish indeed. Another hot afternoon, nearly 80 degrees. 13 miles they've been out and back. And Mexico City will be world champions at 20-kilometer walking. And they take the second gold of these championships, and they've done well. 1 hour, 20 minutes, 49 seconds. Czechoslovakia come in for the silver medal, and the Soviet Union will collect the bronze. 3 most experienced walkers getting 1, 2, and 3. Relief on their faces as they finish that exhausting walk. The one